અમે લોકો અમદાવાદથી આવ્યા છીએ અને 6 વર્ષથી કલકત્તા પારસી ધર્મશાળામાં મેનેજરનો પોસ્ટ સાચવીએ છીએ. We had applied on Facebook. A friend of mine suggested, why don't you all use your intelligence and you got such a lovely quality, so why don't you try for a job again? So after my spine operations, I was bedridden. When I was okay, we applied for a job. But it was very difficult to get a job with my eyes closed in the hotel industry. So we just casually put it on Facebook. A couple in mid-50s ready to work anywhere in India. We have this experience of running the show. And then that stood at a standstill for some time. Thank you. Thank you. And the Kolkata Parsi Dharamshala were looking out for a catering manager at that time. One of the trustees called us. So he asked, are you ready to settle anywhere? Settle down in Calcutta? So Dara said, yes, of course, why not? Kishu Kala, Kishu. Good, baby. Then one fine day he phoned and told Dara, remove the ticket, Tatkal ticket, and you come down immediately. We thought he's calling him for an interview. So we booked the tickets and he came with 2 pairs of clothes. He was selected immediately and he was never allowed to go back. So he got stuck up here only. And I joined him in December, 2 months back.
First 2-3 months, our trustees supported me
A lot.
very lot. What I wanted, how I wanted, they all supported me according to that.
They adjusted each and everything for us. We asked for fridge, they gave us a big fridge.
Food
We asked for
processor.
the food processor, they gave us a food processor.
As a side business, we are running a catering service, Parsi authentic food. નામ છે મેહર કેટરર્સ. Dhansak is a very popular dish for Parsis and non-Parsis also. Mostly Parsi, when we say somebody we are Parsis, you eat Dhansak, you make Dhansak. It is the Dhansak is mostly made on the 4th day after a person's demise, and all the family members has to come eat that day meat calf compulsory. We were in scouts and we were taken to the camps and we were asked to cook the food by our own. From that my interest went ahead in cooking. So I used to watch somebody cooking something and then try to make it for myself and then say where I am wrong. Then I went on improving myself by learning like that on my own. And that became my hobby. Now, due to circumstances, this my hobby has become my profession. We get Dhansak masala from Bombay Motilal Masala Wala. Sambar masala we get from here Kolkata only. One Parsi lady, Nargis Bapuji, is making.
There are a lot of people coming down for lunch today. Nearly 18-20 people So we have mutton dal saag, chicken dal saag, veg dal saag, vegetable kebabs, vegetable cutlets, Russian cutlets, all on the menu today for lunch.
We are preparing for the Russian cutlets. Chicken has been shredded. I am grating the eggs. Afterwards, we will grate the potatoes and cheese. Then mix it all with mustard powder, black pepper powder, and salt. With dhania, green chilies. My wife is an excellent cook, but I don't allow her to go near the fire as she has gone 5 brain surgeries. In that she lost one eye and she has a vertigo problem, so I don't want to take any risks with her life. When the cooking is over, before dispatching the food out, my wife may taste the food. When she says okay, then only the food goes out of the kitchen. Unless until it
Final
won't go out.
approval.
I have started coming back because we have our Parsi Fire Temple 1 lane down the road, and it is now our only functioning Parsi Agyari. And when we come to the Parsi Agyari, as with all Parsis, anything to do with religion gets tied up with food. So just as people go to the ultimate pilgrimage place, which is Udvada, so the praying at the Udvada is fine, but afterwards it gets extended into a weekend of eating and drinking toddy. So here we come to the Agyari and always drop by at the Dharamshala, and we started by having breakfast. Then we said, we've got a lot of friends who say, well, why can't we get Parsi food? Now, because I'm not permanently resident here, I don't have the wherewithal. So we started calling our friends on each trip, and today they're right there in the dining room. What have we got for lunch? We've brought our own achar, which is the Lagannu achar served at the weddings, and it is an achar made with carrots and dry fruit, and it's only done in vinegar, proper Navsari malt vinegar, and it has no oil. Then we've got Saria papar, which also I had brought to eat here, but never got down to cooking it, so I brought it for my friends. And then the courses are Lagannu stew, which is not quite a stew. It's diced vegetables which are fried and then kind of made with a masala of onion, jeera, lasan, red chili. And then we've got sali chicken, which everybody knows. That's a gravy chicken with potato straws. And we decided that we would not do the usual dansak. So instead we are going to do dandar and fish patia. So dandar is basically a simple dal chawal, and it's always served on an auspicious occasion. And of course it's going to be wrapped up with Lagannu custard, which is a pudding, very rich with burnt reduced milk and spiked with nuts. And egg, of course, everything has to have egg. So though we don't have an egg in our savory dish, the egg has crept into the custard. All over the world, we are not more than 100,000. India, our base, we've been reducing, we're now right down to 57,000. And it is said that by the time of the next census or the next after that, we will just be a tribe, which will be a terrible label for a community which fancies itself on being a very, very sophisticated urban community. Calcutta, like when I grew up here, we had a fairly vibrant community of about 1,200 people, but that's now down to 400.